So one of my members that have actually subscribed to one of my plans here asked me to make a video showing him how to backtest an expert advisor properly. And that's what we're going to be doing in this video. In this video, we're going to be backtesting the PeopForge expert advisor. We're going to be optimizing rather. And in this video, we're going to be learning a lot about optimization and overfitting. Okay, so you're going to be optimizing the PeopForge expert advisor for the E-mini S&P futures. We're going to be doing this from 2023 down to 2025 January, and we're going to be forward testing in the whole of 2025 to see if our optimization made profitable results or not. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is this: if you're backtesting or you're optimizing an expert advisor that is a third-party expert advisor, and you're not really sure about the expert advisor's code, or if you haven't seen the source code, and the expert advisor is producing very good results, 98% win rate, we know it's a very good equity curve that looks too good to be true. Majority of the time it is, especially expert advisors where you're flipping $100 down to $100,000. Majority of the time those backtest results are fake, and it doesn't matter how good it is, it's not going to work on your live account. Some of these expert advisors have something called history reading, which means they're basically seeing the future data, and obviously that's not possible on a live account. So you're going to end up having whole different results from what you're seeing on your backtest. Now in this case, PeopForge doesn't have history reading, so whatever you see here is what you're going to see on your live account. If I head over to tradingkernel.com, you can see the PeopForge performance here. We are currently up about 140% right now on live results. Now remember, I told you guys that we mistakenly traded on gold E-mini futures rather than E-micro futures. This is why we had this huge upside and downside here, right? So rather, it was just supposed to be a smoother curve. We're currently trading on E-micro futures for gold, S&P, and Nasdaq. But while we're trading for micro futures for Nasdaq and S&P, we added mini futures for gold. So whatever profits that we had on gold, we're supposed to divide it by 10 to get the same ratio for the Nasdaq and the S&P. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. All right, so let's go to our inputs. Just going to click on this, and let's head over to optimize our results now. So I'm going to click on fast genetic based algorithm, and in the first instance, I'm going to actually try to create a result that doesn't work, or I would say an overfitted result, or a result with a lot of confusion. And to do this, I'm going to head over to input, and I'm going to change this here to, I'm going to disable this, and I'm going to change this here to both modes. Okay, so I'm going to click on start, and our optimization has started. All right, so our backtest result is done. We currently have some good results here. So we have we started with $100,000 account, and for the best results that we have 139% profits, total trades of 128, a maximum balance drawdown of 7.25%, a Sharpe ratio of 1.77, and you can see all of the parameters here, the optimized parameters. And you can actually select by result, or filter by Sharpe ratio, or filter by drawdown, see which of this performance is the optimal one for you. But let's just go with this one. So if I go to the input here, we have both mode, and if I head over to the backtest, you can see the results from the backtest here. So we have 65% win rate on long positions, and we have a 36% win rate for short positions, right? And as you know, the S&P is a one-directional asset, so I believe that it's going to go up on the long run or over time, right? But you can see we have a 36% win rate here, and this should even literally tell you that, you know, why should you be doing something that has a 36% win rate when you have a 65% win rate for long positions, right? But let's look at the graph, and this is what the graph looks like, right? It looks pretty good from 2023 up to 2025. So we have good performance here. And even if you're going to be trading manually, I believe that this is what you see. Right, let me just head over to a higher time frame and minimize this. Right, so you can see all of this result here. Right, if I was to teach you how to trade and I have a result like this, I believe that you are actually going to, follow me. But remember, this is all optimization, right? All fitting. And we are going to try to trade this in 2025 and see the performance, or in this case, forward test in 2025 and see the performance. So what do you think? Do you think that this strategy is going to be profitable or not? Let me head over to my inputs, settings, and extend this to 2025 and click on start. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think this was profitable or not? Let me know in the comments. So if I click on backtest and I click on graph, you can see the result here, right? So even though it actually performed well, we didn't still make money in 2025. And majority of the reason why we're not making money is as a result of something called confusion. I said this in the last video, right? So if you're having both modes, which means you're buying and selling using the same strategy, you often create something called confusion, right? So the expert advisor doesn't really know when to optimize for holding buy positions and when to avoid trading entirely, right? Which is in this case what we want to do on trading the S&P futures. So let's try to make this strategy even more simpler and try to get a very simple backtest results to avoid confusion. And to do that, we are going to trade just buying mode, which means we want only buy positions. So I'm going to go to my settings and I'm going to change these back to January. And this should tell you that regardless of how good your trading strategy is on backtest, and this is the advantage that we have over manual trader, because as a manual trader, you don't know if your strategy is overfitted or not, right? But as an algo trader, you can easily look at the input parameters and tell if a strategy has a lot of confusion and if it's likely to be overfitted. So regardless of how good that backtest result is, looking at the inputs, you should be able to tell if it's overfitted. Okay, now in this case, we're going to optimize for just buy positions, start of 2025. So we're going to click on fast and we're going to click on start. Okay, so our backtest result is done now. And as you can see, we have a lot of results. So if I just click on this first one, which we have 140% profits, 69 trades, a drawdown of 14%, the Sharpe ratio of 2.0. This is what that looks like, right? So if I should head over to our settings and head over to forward test this for 2025, and I click on start here, so you can see that we made money in 2025. Even though we had a drawdown here, we ended up making money in 2025. So if you head over to the chart and you head over to a higher time frame, right? You minimize this, you head over to a much higher time frame. Let me just go to the end here and minimize this. You can see this is the reason why we had, that drawdown here in 2025. This is the reason, right? We had this drawdown here. But eventually, as price reversed, and went back up, we happened to escape from that drawdown and make a lot of profits, covering all of the losses that we made, early in 2025. You can also see if you can get, a much better result here. You can see we have an even better result here, right? So in this case here, during this drawdown here, just gonna minimize this, take this to the end, minimize this. So during this drawdown here right now, we didn't lose as much as we did on the initial backtest results, right? So we ended up making probably on the backtest here, we made about $137,000, right? but on the forward test, we ended up making about $70,000 profit in 2025, which is very good, right? Considering from 2023 to 2025, it was an overall 200%. So I believe that, the tips I dropped here on backtesting would help you avoid overfitting your strategy if you're going to be trading or optimizing your own Forex robots. Okay. And for those of you looking to get this Forex robots, you have to be subscribed to our membership plan here, one of our membership plans, to actually get not just this, but every Forex robot in our arsenal. Okay. All right, guys. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.